Good afternoon, everyone. Once again, this is Matt Griffin from the Food Bank of the Southern Tier. I'm Vice President of Health and Nutrition. Glad that you're able to join us for these open office hours on July 13th. And wanted to see if we could do some quick introductions. If you could share your name, which agency you're with, and which county. And if you feel so called upon to do so, how are you going to beat the heat that's on us now and coming up? We're going to be getting a heat wave. So I'll kick us off. Uh, you heard my name. I'm Matt, and I'm going to hopefully hang out with some friends who have a pool. Try to beat the heat that way. Because if you don't have a pool, find someone who does, right? All right, I'm going to call out based on who I see on the screen. I see Cindy.
Cindy Natoli, Union Presbyterian Church, Endicott, Food Pantry, Broome County. I don't mind the heat. My air conditioning's set at 77.
All right. Well, God bless you, Cindy. We can do it. Thanks so much. All right, I see Sherry.
Hi, Sherry Conklin from United Presbyterian Church, and I'm going to beat the heat by staying in the kitchen all day and cooking. That's what we do, isn't it, everybody?
All right, all right. Okay. If you can't stand the heat, thank you,
Get out of
Sherry.
the kitchen.
I see Jean.
Jean Winall from Groton Community Cupboard. And how am I going to beat the heat? With lots of fans and an air conditioner.
Fair enough. Thank you, Jean. I see Jean Ellen.
Hi, Jean Ellen from Project Neighbor in North Valley, Tioga County, and probably a combination of air conditioning and a pool.
Very good. Thanks, Jean Ellen. I see Pat.
Hi, I'm Pat Richards from North Presbyterian Church Food Pantry in Elmira, Chemung County. And as far as beating the heat, I just try never to go outside if I can help it.
Very good. Thank you, Pat. And I see Leslie. Leslie, can you hear us? All right, we'll check back with Leslie. As you can see from her icon, Leslie is from the Hammondsport Loaves and Fishes Food Pantry in Steuben County. Excellent. All right.
I'm sorry, Matthew. This is Leslie.
Good. No worries. No worries.
Oh yeah.
But I love your icon. It's perfect.
Well, we've been adopting it lately, and we like it too. So if it's overboard, it's overboard, but we like it. But how do I beat the heat? I'm an AC girl all the way. It's in the car and it's at home. But I do like it up to a certain point. When it gets to 85, I'm kind of inside. So that's how I survive.
Well, all the best to you. I'm sure you've been through this rodeo before.
Oh yeah.
So it is what it is. Awesome. Okay. Well,
thank you.
Glad to have you all here. So in the interest of time, I'm going to share with you a few announcements a little bit later, but I wanted to start off with an open forum and have you weigh in. What are the urgent and important topics that you would like to discuss? Anyone can jump right in.
Well, this is Leslie again. We are kind of getting prepared for our audit by you all, by Lindsay specifically, we're hoping, and just going through everything. And we're training folks, we're reviewing all the things that we do. And I'm just curious, how does all the other pantries and sites, how do they initially train their volunteers? Do they keep a record of training? And how often do they train? And this is specifically for volunteers. I mean, we do have, as we all know, mandatory civil rights training. Food safety is a little bit optional, but we're trying to get as many folks as we can into that, and they are. But how do we show that we've trained everybody else? For just general, how we operate, how we do our pantry specifically, and then we have folks that like to do the SimC as well. So how do you record all that, and how do other pantries handle that? I'm just very curious, so we can kind of wrap it all up for us as well.
Appreciate that question, Leslie, and invite folks to jump in. We have some food pantries here. We have some meal sites here. How do you prepare for the food bank biennial site visit?
Not as extensively as Leslie plans to do it. We have a volunteer who is our training, new volunteer coordinator trainer. So that person's responsibility is to go over all the ins and outs of what the expectations are, handles all the paperwork that's required, like our liability waivers and different things that we require of new volunteers. And then she facilitates having new volunteers sit in on open pantry sessions for 2 or 3 times. And then if the person's interested in doing SimC, then we can make arrangements for specific training for that.
That's pretty much what we do in Endicott as well. We have somebody that's dedicated to training and tracking, and most of it's on the job.
Yep.
And the site visit's very easy. It's very informal and very informative.
Yes.
So nothing to worry about.
I love that. I take on too much myself, and I love the idea of delegating it to somebody else. I just keep a running log of when my volunteers are, have gotten the civil training and the safety training and that type of thing. But I love the idea of another volunteer doing it.
Yeah. It helps tremendously.
Yes. And I think thank you all for weighing in. Leslie, the big thing off the top of my mind is that civil rights training. That's where you do need a log because it is a basic underlying requirement for accessing particularly the TFAP food items.
Okay. Well,
Because
that we've always done, definitely. We have a running log of that from year to year, and we actually did the video this year. I managed to have the video at our site, and that was wonderful, and everybody liked it. But so I guess my question is, when your volunteer coordinator, does she have people sign a log that they've been trained? And because we're kind of, I don't want to let Matt know that we're kind of loosey-goosey with our training as well. We kind of do what you do, because we're all volunteers. We come down, we go through the steps that we do, how to open, close, restock, all that good stuff. But we're also we're going through the OGS, kind of their mandates in connection with TFAP, and we're kind of worried about that a little bit, and trying to get into a little bit more training. But so how do you have people sign on a yearly basis, or each time that they are volunteered, or each time that they're trained by your volunteer coordinator? Does that make sense?
It does. We have a volunteer sign-in log. So when our volunteer coordinator is doing training, each person will be signed in on that log for new employee orientation. But that would be the extent of it, beside the liability waiver. And there's one other document we have them sign that I can't think of the name of it at the moment. So other than that, we don't track training except for food safety and civil rights training.
Right. That's what we kind of do too. So, okay. Well, thank you. I'm glad that we're not so far out of compliance.
No, it doesn't sound like you're out of compliance at all. And certainly Lindsay Allen can be a great resource.
Oh, she
for
is.
you, Leslie, to point you in the right direction, even other organizations in Steuben County.
That's true.
I think when you were describing what you're doing, it does convey to me how beneficial it is to show volunteers about the gravity of what we do, right? Like, and the seriousness. So I think, from my perspective, you're doing that. And it also helps build with succession planning. To Jean's point, oh, I don't have to do everything.
That's
exactly.
That's a tremendously good point. That's good.
That's actually the best thing to do, is to cast your net wide and also have a good working knowledge, whether it's documented in paper or someone knows that Matt was trained in food safety. Susie has done statistics. Josephine's great with accounting, so let's get her involved in some of the bookkeeping. That type of working knowledge helps, what I've seen, make programs sustainable, because it should not be falling on 1, 2, or 3 people. That's a lot.
Right. I know. Well, that's what it seems to be like with us right now. But I thank you. I do think we're on the right track, and it's just proving that we are, basically. So thank you very much. And I like the succession, Matt, because I think that's very important. And we learned with our pantry, we had a big turnover at the beginning of the year that we're still recovering from. And we've learned that that's so important. I never thought it would be, but it is. So, and I thank you all. Lindsay's been extremely helpful to us.
Good. Glad to hear that.
It is. It's wonderful. And I appreciate it. Okay. Thank you.
You bet. Thank you. What other questions does the group have?
This is Cindy. I would like to know how Sherry is holding up. I think about you, girl.
Anytime Union Press wants to come over and cook, they're more than welcome.
Oh.
I hope you're doing a great deal of cold dishes.
What?
I'm sorry, I said I hope you're doing a great deal of cold dishes during this time of year. Salads.
Not yet.
Okay.
What Cindy is talking about is the fact that we opened up the overnight center, and it's 100% responsibility of United Presbyterian Church to serve supper every night for 7 days and breakfast every morning for 7 days. So Sherry's a little nervous, and we've got few people signing up, but yeah.
Our mission committee is talking about, since we don't have enough people to do what we need to do, just when you need it, let us know and we'll call and have a meal catered for you. So on a night that you're desperate, let us know.
Okay. I did plan ahead, and I've got about 9 meals frozen.
Okay.
So I can, like, I just had the person from Sunday back out, so I can thaw something out and find somebody that will warm up the food and at least serve it. But yeah.
All right. Well,
A little different.
yeah. Let us know.
Okay, thanks.
And Sherry, is this related to the fire in Endwell? Are people from that?
No.
No,
This was the homeless shelter that was run for, I think, about 4 years by ACBC.
Okay.
And they have pulled out, and United Presbyterian Church and the Urban League have taken it over.
Okay.
And we've gone from 5 days a week to 7 days a week, because we didn't think people should have to be on the street Friday and Saturday night. So.
For sure. Well, thank you for doing that. Please let us know if there's any need you have that we can assist with, food need or otherwise.
Oh, believe me, I keep calling the food bank, so
Okay.
yes.
All right. All right. You be well.
I have a question on the recent HIPNAP grant acceptance letters. What's with all the stepped up security with you have to download it and have somebody sign it that is an officer of the agency and then upload it again? An electronic signature wouldn't be sufficient?
Yes. So as I understand it, And this is a traditional way of doing things with the food bank, having a program contact and then the executive director or the pastor of the church, right? The two signatures. That's been consistent with us for many years. And in terms of signatures, the importance of the ink signature, that's my understanding, is necessary. But I can certainly relay these concerns back to the team.
It hasn't been necessary for the last 6 years, so it just seems to be something that's stepped up recently.
Yeah, yeah, for security purposes. So I can bring that feedback to the team. And this is when you're using the Fountain software, is that right, Janelle?
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay. Have you received any communication from our team about those changes and those requirements?
Mhm.
There have been, the actual acceptance letter is pretty clear about who has to sign. There's no documentation of why we need to do this now. And it seems to me that when you print a form and you sign it and then you upload it, you are then losing. It's not a wet signature anymore. It's just a print of, I don't know. It just seems overly burdensome for those of us that are volunteers and having to wade through all this paperwork.
Okay, I'll bring that back and also find out from the team about communicating rationale to help people understand.
And for us, I've been signing those for years. I mean, I'm the coordinator, and now all of a sudden it's got to be somebody from the board. And I haven't gotten any information about this, downloading the form and then signing it and then uploading it again. She was just told that she had to sign it. So
okay, I'll take this back to our group. It's something, frankly, that I don't have a great deal of information about, so I'll check in with Amanda and the team.
I'm being told it's coming from HAPNAP. That's all I know.
Yeah.
But there's got to be a justification for it. You know, they can say, you know, you have to do it in watercolors too, but why?
Right.
That would make it look nicer.
Yeah. I'm with you, Janelle, and I found it very frustrating, and it was very time consuming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was. I don't know if you noticed, but most of us are a little bit older, and as far as I'm concerned, I'm a dinosaur on the computer, so downloading and uploading and doing all this is a little bit,
Duly noted in terms of the extra. Duly noted on the process. I wouldn't call you a dinosaur. I wouldn't say that. But
Amanda will tell you that she had to do mine. I emailed it to her.
Okay.
So there you go.
About that.
Well, that was very kind of Amanda. I'm sure she doesn't want to do very many of them, right?
Right.
But thank you for raising that, Janelle, and we'll get a response out. And
the question that I'm sorry, Matthew, the question I had is why are we doing it when we initially uploaded it in January? Could we sign it at that point and where all the players would be part of it? Or I don't know why it's like two separate things that we have to do for.
Yeah, if you're
right.
I agree. Yeah. If you're applying for a grant and you've asked for this amount of money and then you receive that amount of money or less, it should be understood that you're going to accept that money.
Correct.
You know, right. It's all
correct.
It's very cumbersome, the process.
Yeah. If they could, and I agree with everybody else. I really have a hard time with some computer stuff, and it's daunting to me. And I have a hard time with the system that they use. I don't know if it's just me, but I don't like that. So I agree with everybody too. Just to let you know.
Thank you.
It's just one more hoop we got to run through, you know?
Exactly.
And we're volunteers. Reiterate that. We're volunteers.
We value your time for sure. Understand. All right. Other hot topic items on your mind? Pat?
I had a question. I got my statement at the end of the month,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't understand it. For one thing, it looks different than my statement usually looks.
Mm-hmm.
And at the whole end of it, I owe a penny from sometime in the past, apparently. So I tried to call. I guess I don't know who I should call to try to get someone to explain to me the changes on my statement.
Okay. Yeah.
There
So
are
that
no
can.
more. There are no more pennies.
Sure, write a check.
I'm sure we could take care of that for you, Pat. Yeah, exactly. I have one. I'll check my cushion here. And see if we can find one. But yes, that's something that you can work with. So right now, Devin is filling in for Chemung County, so he can certainly assist you.
Okay, so I should. Okay.
But I will find out for you. I will pass this on to our team. Devin's out this week. That's why he's not on open office hours. He's on PTO. But I will check with James Wade in our business services department to find out. Basically, you want to not have to keep seeing a statement with a penny on it, I imagine.
Well, I'd like I said, the statements used to have like the date of your invoice and how much as your total added up. And this has a whole bunch of funny numbers on it that have nothing to do with dates. So I don't know why. I did try to call somebody in accounting, but they didn't get back to me.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll check in with James tomorrow. Is anyone else noticing a change in their statements that they're receiving on a monthly basis? Does it look different from what they've seen?
I'm not that familiar with them because our treasurer was doing it and she's no longer with us. So I'm not sure. I just paid what was the balance, but it doesn't sound, there wasn't anything on there that I couldn't recognize. So I'm going to say no.
Okay.
But along the same lines, what is the period of time that we're expected to pay the bill within? Is it net 15 days, 30 days? I was hoping somebody on the call would know.
30 days.
30 days. Okay, thank you.
Pat, I will look into that for you.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome. I'll give you some quick updates while we're waiting for any other hot topics. So wanted to let you know that there is an extension for the deadline of having signatures for the operations support capital equipment grants, right? So we have time to get those signatures, both for food and for operations support. That'll go to the 15th of July, which is a couple days from now. As you may know, the turkey application process is open, and that's going to run through, I believe, another month through August 15th, if I'm not mistaken. So if you have not submitted your requests for turkeys for the holiday season and you want to, please get those in.
Has anybody on the call done their turkey submission? I'm just wondering if there's surprises on there too.
I have.
It was
no
easy.
surprises.
Okay, thank you.
No hams or sides of beef. It's all turkeys, right?
No, I meant like you need to
yeah.
download it and sign it and then send it back in.
Not yet.
Nope.
Awesome. Okay. We've had some questions from folks about the ambient thermometers. The food bank has ordered some and is distributing them. Has anyone received an ambient room temperature thermometer at all?
No.
No.
Okay.
We purchased some.
Yeah, I purchased my own.
Yes,
Okay, then that's fine. Perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. But those should be coming out to folks that requested them. And there was a question about how to manage if Office of General Services, the TFAP authority comes in and concerns about being out of compliance. And really what we're instructing our partner agencies, if there is anyone who comes in will, again, try to notify you as best we can, but they're not going to play a game of gotcha. It's basically if they observe temperatures outside of that 50 to 70 degrees Fahrenheit range, they'll ask some questions. Does this happen on a frequent basis, or is this a one-shot deal? And then they'll talk to you about any mitigation efforts. Are you utilizing a heater or a fan to control temperatures in any way? That type of thing. How are you improving ventilation and so on? So it's meant to be a constructive dialogue. The same thing with any type of review that the food bank does, biennial site visits. It's meant to be a conversation and a constructive planning tool, not to shut down anyone or to make anyone excessively anxious about it. So that's one of the things that we wanted to follow up on. That was a question from a previous open office hours about the ambient thermometers. Any questions about food or lack of food on the menu?
No.
No, not that we're aware of. No.
Okay. I think we should be getting some good amount of fresh produce in. July, we start seeing the regional and local sources of produce. Anyone bring in watermelons? I think those came in recently. Anyone receive those?
No.
Not yet.
No.
Okay. Hopefully you'll be seeing those.
You're here.
Matt, I have a question. I don't know who's talking.
Oops. Sherry, would you mind muting? Thank you. Yes, Jean.
Okay, so I don't know if you're aware, we have shut down as a pantry, and we are going to be going mobile the end of July, probably for this next several months until we can get our new building up and running. I am being asked to order food specifically for the number of people that I have registered, rather than the food bank sending us a delivery order. That makes sense? Okay, so with that being said, do you guys pack the produce down there, or is it coming pre-packaged? Because I guess I'm worried about how I'm going to make my order if I don't know how many heads of lettuce are in a case or how many watermelons are in the box. Does that make sense?
Yes, I think I got what. So most of the produce that I'm seeing, it's a blend, right? It's the pre-packed, or
Okay,
it's
all
or
right.
it's loose.
Okay. So I'm not gonna know.
Well, we can certainly do our best to
Okay.
help you. So, do you have any concern that, I mean, it's not a question of trying to meet the limit, right? Or the minimum, I should say, for the order, right? That's not your
No,
concern.
I guess I didn't even think about that. They
No.
didn't say I had to meet the minimum. I'm more worried about over ordering.
Hmm.
Say we have 100 people and
Hmm.
I over order for, 160 people. I have to have a means of getting rid of that food that
Yep.
day.
Yep.
You
Yep.
know what
Yep.
I'm
Because you don't
saying?
have storage, right?
Right,
Right.
right. So, and I'd love to be able to provide produce to my people.
Yes. Yes. So usually what we do when it sounds like you're going to be similar to what we would do for a mobile food pantry, a general mobile food pantry, where we have actually registration numbers, and we load food based on those numbers. So if you have a rough number, like say, okay, we're expecting 100 people, we usually buffer a little more.
Okay, okay,
So produce is usually ample, just as one example. Produce and dairy, I think those are things that are usually buffered a little more because we want to make sure that gets out to people.
right,
Those are high need items. Those are
right.
two of the top items for people. So your expectation is that you'll provide us with a count of people you expect to have in a given week?
I that wasn't my assumption from the way Amanda and Lindsay talked. I don't know. They
Okay.
just want me to go to the order blank or to the order system and
Okay.
order what I feel I need.
Okay.
But after thinking about this more and more,
Hmm.
I'm worried.
Okay.
We're
When
having
was
registration. We're having people register this week, so I will know
okay?
by next Monday, um, how many people I have registered because I will order by Thursday.
Oh, you'll be in great shape. That's perfect.
Okay. All right.
Yes. So you'll have a nice count by Monday, and then you'll have Thursday to place your order. Oh,
Right.
great. You- You're doing this the right way. It sounds great.
Hopefully.
If you have
Good.
extra like frozen or cool things that need to be in a cooler, we've had a lot of luck with our local school district that they would cover for us and take the things and store them until
Okay.
we could, get them and use them. Just a thought.
Okay. Well, and I know Lansing is the pantry that picked up our food
Mhm.
from when we closed the pantry in the YMCA. So it's just a matter of getting that food to them, I guess.
Mhm. Mhm. Okay. And Jean, just a quick question. Do you know if the driver from the food bank is staying on site with you, or is it a drop and go?
No, it's drop and go.
Okay. All
That's
right.
what I mean. From my understanding, it's going to be very different from the
Okay.
regular mobiles. We have to provide our own tray, our own tables, et cetera, et cetera.
Okay. All right. Okay. Very good. Well, I'll circle back with Amanda and let her know that we had this conversation and see if there's some
Okay.
additional information. It sounds like you're set up well. She also probably thought about leftovers in the
Yeah,
unlikely
yeah.
event, because I would say being generous as much as you can with people,
Okay.
to the point of taking, if it's a case of yogurt, that's not unusual for a mobile distribution for a family to take 1 or 2 cases of yogurt.
Right. Right. Okay.
So she'll give you some guidance on that.
Okay.
And that's going to be for about 3 or 4 months, you think?
We don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. You're in a stage of transition.
As soon as possible, but I have a feeling it's going to be late fall, early winter.
Okay. When is your distribution? Your first
Um,
one?
Monday the 27th.
27. Okay.
And Monday is our typical day for
Yeah.
pantry. So
Okay. Okay. Very good.
I guess I'm just a little nervous how this is all going to work out. And
Okay. Well, we'll be there with you. Don't worry. I'll check in with
okay.
Amanda. We're not going to leave
Okay.
you
And
high and dry.
no, she's been really good about, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
her and Lindsay.
Well, thank you for filling in. I know it's difficult when you're in a transition period.
I'm bored. I have nothing to do for the next few months. What do I do? That's what my volunteers told me today.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
bored. They're bored.
Well, I don't know if they need help down in Freeville for a mobile food pantry, but that's one. I know they have a distribution down there. Um, Other questions from the group? Anything popped in people's minds? How are people feeling about their HipNap food grants?
Good.
Very good about it.
Excellent. Anyone working with local agriculture to bring in products? Any local farms, gardens?
We have next door to the church is Haskins Gardens.
Hmm.
And last week they dropped off, what was it, 79 pounds of squash and cucumbers. So they're very good. They call us, they say, come get it, we come get it, off it goes. Um, they're
Hmm.
really very generous. And it isn't like we're getting things that are already sort of soft, you know, we're getting good stuff from
Awesome.
them. And of course, our garden
Yes.
is doing well. We've got wonderful peppers and yellow squash so far, and everything else is coming on good.
Wonderful. Glad to hear. And a reminder to everyone that on the food bank website, you can find recipes for all different types of fruits and vegetables. The Just Say Yes program coming to an end. The website will still be available for at least a year, where you can access those recipes. You can also connect with Eliza Cook, who is our nutrition educator. She has access to plenty of recipes. And if I'm doing zucchini, I will definitely be making zoodles using zucchini as my spaghetti. Some of you may be aware that the SNAP program is experiencing changes with the work requirements. So households that are able-bodied adults without dependent affected, they have to certify that they meet certain work requirements. So certainly connect with your local SNAP outreach worker or the food bank if you have any questions about that. I understand that unfortunately in Broome County, there is currently no longer a SNAP outreach worker through Family Enrichment Network. So if there are questions about SNAP, please refer people to the Office of Temporary Disability Assistance website or the Broome County Department of Social Services. For the other counties, the other 5 counties we serve, there are active SNAP outreach workers. And they're located right on our website, the food bank website, Find Food. Related to that question, the Find Food part of our website, how are people finding that with the map and the mobile food pantries listed? Any feedback on that end?
Nothing that we've heard from anybody.
Okay.
As far as clients, they seemed so much is word of mouth.
Yes.
You know, when we get new people all the time, and how did you hear about us? My landlord, my neighbor, my kids. That seems to be the biggest way they find us. And the sign out front helps too.
Yes. Anything else from the group? All right, so as follow-up items, I have number 1, looking into the foundant requirement on signatures, a rationale for why there needs to be a downloaded form that's signed and then uploaded again, and to see if the food bank can streamline some processes, understanding that our volunteers do have to handle a great amount of paperwork and the technology can be a barrier and create some frustrations. So we'll circle back on that. Pat had a question about her monthly statement for North Presbyterian Food Pantry. I'll check in with James in our business services department and we'll find out the story there. Jean had a question about the mobile food pantry. In the interim, while the food pantry is finding its new location, I'll talk with Amanda about those questions, Jean, and ensure that we're setting up the team for success in Groton and that you have sufficient amount of food and not a lot of leftover food as best as we can assure. Any other next steps? Any other things you want me to bring to the food bank team? Any comments, concerns, compliments?
I love the delivery driver.
Okay.
They are so nice
Okay.
and accommodating.
Do you know who that person is? I can pass it along.
It was Cindy, and now it's back to the gentleman that was doing it to begin with. So, no, I don't know for sure.
Okay, so it was Christina?
Yeah.
Christina, okay. Very good. Awesome. Well, they work hard. They're here early. They take their job seriously, and they appreciate the feedback. And they like to see how the work we do here in Elmira impacts the communities. So really, it's heartening. That's what I hear. So they really appreciate you. They understand that many of you are volunteers. They get it.
And the driver showed up in a beautiful new truck last week.
Yes, did you see the new truck wrap?
Yeah, I did. I
Oh,
complimented
wonderful.
him. I said, "Did you get a new
Oh,
truck?" And he just like grinned from ear to ear. He says, "Yes."
excellent. Oh,
Yeah.
believe it or not, you've seen it before me. I have not seen it.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful.
Excellent. I'm glad to hear that. Glad to hear that. Very good. Well, thank you everyone for your time. If there are no further questions or comments, we can break and I will be following up. I've recorded this session and I'm going to send it to Amanda and she'll probably watch it as well for her viewing entertainment. But everyone here at the Food Bank really sincerely appreciates your efforts day in, day out, especially during this hot weather. So stay cool, Sherry, work well, especially take your breaks, everyone, hydrate, and thank you again for all your time and effort.
Thank you
Thanks,
for giving
Matt.
us
Thank you,
this
Matthew.
opportunity.
Bye now.
Thanks, Matt.
Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Thank
You
you.
too. Nice.